Okay, it's 5:30 on October the 14th, so it's the end of the first day. Darkness has just fallen, and we'll see where we're up to. We can see the guard are coming on. I've got the 3 units there, so the first set of guards, where's my thing, right there, so that's some of the young guard there. Got the old guard coming here and the first young guard coming on there. These guys have had a long march all the way across the board. We can see here. So this is 6th Corps, isn't it? Yeah, 6th Corps. And you see they've got 12 fatigue points from that marching, so not really fit for battle anyway. It's got dark. Haven't used these today, stayed in reserve. Over here, there's been a bit of a standoff here in the middle, really. The Prussians haven't wanted to bring their guns forward because of the threat of the French cavalry. The French cavalry haven't really wanted to come forward because of the Prussian guns. We've had a bit of standoff there, so most of it's happened around here. And we can see on the very last turn, the Prussians actually captured all of Mark Kleberg, but they've just been kicked out of the western end. So just as night falls, they've got a little bit of, they've recovered some of that back. I mean, the only reason the French have managed to keep launching these attacks is because of Napoleon has just been rallying people. I mean, he's so great at rallying everyone. We have a look what's happened here with the, well, there's been a long story here with the Russians. They launched an attack on Wachau, or Cow, I'm not how you pronounce that place, early in the afternoon. I didn't think the assault was going to work. But they eventually captured the middle part here, just as the new orders came in for them to withdraw. So all that effort to capture it, they then withdrew all the way back behind the guns. I let fatigue drop a little bit, and they've had another attack. So they've had some success here. Haven't been able to capture this part here because there's been multiple cavalry charges at any unit that comes around this area here, forcing them into square, and then a counter-attack from the infantry inside, which has forced a few of the units to come back, but they do have a foothold there. Nothing really much has happened over there. They have just, I mean, everything's pretty much in good order now. Fatigue has dropped down. There's a couple of routed units which I'm leaving for night to sort out, and that's where we leave it as night falls. So there are night turns. I'm just going to have a look over the rules for that and see what I'm going to do. Basically, most people are going to rest and relax. And then think about the 15th. Now, traditionally on the 15th, not a lot happened. Napoleon really waited for the rest of his forces to arrive before launching the big attack, the 16th, which is the big day of the battle, really. Well, it's Napoleon's big opportunity. However, I think tomorrow on the 15th, I think Napoleon will start early because with the guard and the extra corps here, I think we stand a good chance of really giving the Allies here a little bit of a thumping. The Allies are not getting any reinforcements until really late on in the day. We've got some powerful reinforcements coming on here. Let's just get that into focus. The Austrian Guard and the Russian and Prussian, Austrian reserves and the Russian and Prussian guards that are going to come up from this area down here. At the moment, the Austrians are looking a little bit vulnerable over there, especially the arrival of the young guard. I mean, I think if the only thing, I haven't really thought about yet seriously what we're going to do, but if anything, I think those French forces should, a whole day's battle, they should, if not eliminate, drive those Austrians from the field or see what we can do. The problem if you attack with just one corps is the fatigue gets built up too quickly and it's hard for them to push it through, so you do need reserves. So if we send in this corps here, for an engagement here, both sides are going to suffer a little bit from it, and then bring in a reserve. This game really does, you really do need reserves to get anything done. I think that'd be quite good. I mean, there's we've got the Polish cavalry here. I think, that's easily can take that. So I'm not sure what the Austrians are going to do there. Down here, because it's such a long battle, I'm not sure how much of my reserves, or sorry, how much of the French reserve should be added in here, but this just seems such a great opportunity to try and give the Allies, you know, a bloody nose. I've got to attack them some point. Why leave it till tomorrow? The problem always is a huge bank of guns. You know, the French guns have taken a little bit of pounding today, mainly from the Russians. Got some powerful artillery pieces there. But, you know, possibly Austrians come around if we could use, the French could use this area here, could start giving these a little bit of difficulty. It would be interesting to see. I mean, they haven't taken a lot of casualties, and the French have definitely taken more casualties than the Allies so far. But I think, you know, I think they've got to go for it. The French, the 15th, and historically not a lot happened, but I think definitely we're going to have to push on tomorrow. Possibly a few nighttime attacks to try and capture the rest of Mark Kleberg. I'm not too sure. I'm going to see what that's like. Now, at night rules, we get a lot of recovery. I'm going to have to check the rules again because I read them a little while ago. But I think if no one moves, we can all recover a step loss. I think the fatigue will go. I mean, it's possible to do some movement and actions. I don't think I need to. I think it's a long day tomorrow. It's a long day to any of the Allied extra forces come on, so I think there's plenty of time to do things. I think if the French can break through this artillery, I think that might be very difficult for the Allies. Definitely, I think the Austrians are going to be in big trouble tomorrow. I'm thinking already as the Austrians maybe, you know, start the day by coming through and trying to link up here, shorten our front across here. I suppose it allows the French to concentrate. Anyway, we're going to have to think what we're going to do there. And this is just a small part of the forces that are turning up. So already it's been quite interesting. It's been interesting having such a big map and bringing the reinforcements in, marching them across the map here. I mean, these guys have here been marching all day. The Guard are just coming on. I don't know if I'm going to move them at night or not. We might move them at night and let them rest in the day, tomorrow, so we can possibly use them as a reserve on the attack. I think, yeah, I think the heart of the matter is going to be here. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it for today. End of the first day done. It's now nightfall.